Welcome back to Fox and Friends First, and it was a huge night for frontrunners Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, each cementing their status as the candidate to beat. But how did they win? Well, here to examine Fox News exit polls released overnight is Michael Maslansky, pollster and partner at Maslansky & Partners. Michael, good to see you. Good morning.
Good to be here, Abby.
So I always love these exit polls because it gives you a sense of how people were feeling going in to vote yesterday. Let's start with Florida. You look at the late deciders. Normally, Donald Trump doesn't do well with late deciding voters, but in this case, he won that one 37%.
So he won that 37%, but what's interesting is that Rubio polled much better with late deciders than he did overall with the electorate and compared to his polling average going into the night, which just means that when he said he was closing the gap, maybe he was a little bit. It was just too little, too late, for sure.
And here's one that really sticks out. A lot of people are talking about this. Asked if it ends up being a Trump-Clinton matchup, 4 out of the 5 states, almost half, say that they would prefer potentially a third-party candidate.
Well, so I think what we're seeing is the percentage of people who are not yet comfortable with Trump. On the one hand, this number always narrows as people get used to the fact that whoever the nominee is going to be the nominee, and so you can expect a large number of people to move over to Trump over time. I think the big question is at the margins, do the people who want a third-party candidate, do they stay home, or do they vote for Hillary Clinton? I think it's clear at this point there's going to be no third-party candidate who's really viable. So this is really focused on whether Trump will be able to bring out the Republicans in November.
Right, and the area that Trump does the best in consecutively is among angry voters. You look at the exit polls from last night. North Carolina, 40% angry with the federal government. Florida, same thing. Missouri and Ohio. I mean, that really says something, the fact that Donald Trump did very well in most all of those states.
Yeah, well, I think in looking at this number, I was kind of surprised that the number was so low, because if you think about what the narrative has been about this election overall, it has really been about the anger towards the federal government, and no one's captured that better on the Republican side than Donald Trump. He gets more than half in every state and then just about half in Missouri. That's not surprising. I think the question is how this anger translates into enthusiasm for whoever the Republican nominee ultimately is, and probably is going to be Trump.
Well, and no surprise here, majority of Democrats think Clinton would beat Donald Trump in a general election. Do you see, though, these numbers shifting if it ends up being Trump and Clinton? People really realize they have a choice between the two.
Well, so I think, first it's interesting here that that more people say that Hillary's the right choice to beat Trump than voted for Hillary in most of those 4 states. So it may be the one place that Hillary has found an enthusiastic audience. I think, when you get into the campaign, this is going to be a battle if it's Hillary versus Trump. There's going to be a lot of enthusiasm on both sides. The real question is going to be in the middle. Do people move from Trump to Clinton?
Right.
Do they stay home? That's going to decide the election.
Yeah, and Donald Trump says he hasn't even started with Hillary Clinton. Michael Maslansky, thanks for being with us. Interesting stuff. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.